Hello everyone, welcome to session 13 of Selenium training. So in today's session, I am going to continue the Eclipse IDE installation. So in yesterday's session, I downloaded the latest version of Eclipse. This one guys, okay, let me delete this one. This is the latest version of Eclipse I downloaded, Photon version, which is the latest version. And I tried to extract it, right? First, I copied this downloaded thing and I went to my one of my drives and in automation folder, which I already have. Then, I created a folder called June batch. You can also create anywhere, guys. In D drive also, you can create a folder like this. And this is the path I went there and pasted the downloaded zip file. I pasted the downloaded Eclipse downloaded zip file. I extracted it. It took a lot of time for us yesterday, right? If you remember, it took a lot of time. It took a lot of time to extract, guys. Okay, and this is what we got after extraction. This zip file got extracted as a folder. When you open this folder, there's Eclipse folder inside it. Open it. When you go inside that, Eclipse folder, you see some application here. This is an application. This Eclipse application. Right click on this and say go to properties, and it's an exe file. It's .exe file. Do you think we can install this one? Anyone guys? Do you think we need to install this one? No guys, we don't have to install Eclipse IDE. When you double click on this one, instead of installing, this application will launch directly. The only prerequisite we should have is that before launching this Eclipse IDE, we should have Java installed in our machines. Okay, one prerequisite for launching Eclipse IDE, for using Eclipse IDE, is that before using this Eclipse IDE, you should have Java installed in your machine. Let's confirm whether Java is installed in my machine or not. Go to CMD. If you, from yesterday's session, you know, right, Java hyphen version. If I press this, if I get a version, that means some Java is already there in my machine, right? So Java is already installed in my machine. That too, the JDK version I installed. When I double click on this one, since Java is already there, this application will launch, guys. Okay, there is no installation for Eclipse IDE. Even though heading says that Eclipse IDE installation, in reality, there is no installation for Eclipse IDE, guys. This is for the namesake I kept Eclipse IDE installation, but you cannot install Eclipse IDE. The only thing that you have to do is download Eclipse IDE, extract it from the zip file that got downloaded, and from the extracted folder, you need to go to this path and then double click, guys. It will directly, you can directly use Eclipse IDE. You don't have to install. This is the latest version of Eclipse IDE, that is Photon, guys. So it got released in June 2018. You can see here, June 2018. I think this is a month, the same month it got released. Okay. Very latest version of Eclipse IDE, guys. Okay, very latest version. So June 2018 got in 2018. That is the current month which we are taking the sessions on. Today's date is like 10th June 2018. Okay, it got released before 10th June. Okay, let it launch, guys. When I double click, it's not installing, guys. It's launching directly. The application is launching directly. Okay, it's taking too much time, guys, for launching. Okay, a dialog came up saying Eclipse Launcher. Eclipse Launcher, select a directory as workspace. Okay, so what does this workspace mean? What is a workspace, guys? Question mark. What is workspace? While launching Eclipse IDE, I got this dialog, and this dialog saying that select a directory as workspace. You need to select a folder as a workspace. What actually is a workspace? Why there's path here? Okay, so all the questions, right? Workspace is a place in your computer where you want all your Eclipse IDE projects. You are going to create some projects in Eclipse IDE, guys. In this Eclipse IDE, you are going to create some Java projects. Okay. In this Eclipse IDE, which you are going to launch, you are going to create some Java projects. You are giving the permission to Eclipse to store these projects created in Eclipse IDE at a particular location in your computer. Okay. At a particular location in your computer, you want to store this Eclipse IDE projects. Eclipse IDE projects. Okay. So this place is known as workspace, guys. Okay. This space is known as workspace. So you are telling Eclipse IDE by providing a path here. You can provide a path here, and this is a place where the projects created in using this software. This is a place where the projects created using this Eclipse IDE software will be stored, guys. Once you create a project and save in this particular Eclipse IDE software, the projects that you have created or saved here will be stored at this location. This is a location where the projects are going to get stored. But I don't want the default location. This is a suggestion, right? In C drive, users folder, Arun M something, Eclipse ID, workspace. This is the place it's showing by default, but this is not the place I want to store my Eclipse ID project. So it is by default suggesting. I didn't write this. I didn't type this out, path. I want to change the path, guys. I don't want my projects of Eclipse ID to be stored at this path. Instead, I want my projects to be stored somewhere. Okay. I want to store wherever there is space in my computer, because in everyone's computer there may not be ample space, right? Some people may have some ample space in C drive. Some people may have some ample space in D drive, or some people may have some ample space in any other drive, right? Wherever they have that place to store these projects, they can use that. Okay. So let me do one thing. Let me click on this browse button. I want to change this path, guys. I don't want to store my projects at this default suggested place by Eclipse ID. Instead, I want to store select a different place for this as workspace. So how to do that? Go click on this browse button first. You will get this kind of dialog. Scroll here somewhere. Select this PC. You'll get all the places on your computer and go to this D drive. I want to go to D drive. D drive. You don't have to go to wherever you go. You want to go, you can go, guys. Okay. And then an automation folder. Okay. An automation folder. This is a June batch I created, right? In June batch. In June batch, I want to create a folder here. You can create, guys. Okay. I will say you can give any name. XYZ is also fine. No issues. Okay. XYZ and select folder. This is my workspace path. Okay. I changed the location where my projects need to be saved as part of Eclipse IDE. When I create a project in Eclipse IDE software and save it, that particular project will be stored at this particular pathways. Okay. This is a path where I want my projects to be stored in Eclipse IDE. Don't give complex paths, guys. Better make sure that this path looks very simple. Okay. Otherwise, you will face a lot of issues. It will become difficult for you to actually do the things if you give a complex path. The path should be like very simple in alphabet, name should be there without spaces and all. Okay. Better to maintain like this. So June space batch should not be there. Better to have June batch with continuous June batch. Okay. So better to have your path should be very simple to look. So this is how the path can be simple. Okay. And click on launch. That's it, guys. Okay. Now, while launching Eclipse IDE, it asked me for the workspace. That is a place where you want to store the Eclipse IDE projects. Okay. I changed the place. Now I say, when I say okay, my Eclipse is getting launched for the first time. My Eclipse is getting launched for the first time, guys. Okay. Let's wait for the Eclipse to get launched. Okay, it got launched. This is how the Eclipse IDE will look when it gets, okay. This is how the Eclipse IDE will look when it gets launched for the first time. Okay, when I maximize this will look like this. This is how my Eclipse IDE will look like this. Okay, when I launch it. Okay, great. Now guys, so what you are getting, when I launch the Eclipse ID for the first time, I will get this welcome screen. Okay, I will get this welcome screen. You can see the welcome screen here, right? This welcome screen will come. You don't have to do anything on this welcome screen. Okay, always show welcome screen at startup. Some option is there. You can uncheck it. You don't want this welcome screen every time. I generally don't want this welcome screen. Simply I will close it. I will not use it. When I close it, I will get the actual panes of Eclipse IDE. Okay, actual panes of Eclipse IDE. So let's, for example, you are successful now, right? You are successful enough to launch Eclipse IDE for the first time. So what if I close it back? What if I close it? I close everything. Okay. Now how to launch Eclipse IDE? Okay. I launched Eclipse IDE. Now I want to launch it again. I close it and I want to launch it again. How to do that? Yes. Amit was saying you need to go to the .exe file. Okay. Where is .exe file? I forgot, guys. Okay. I forgot where exactly I put that .exe file in my system. I forgot that. Oh, this is a problem. Yes, this is a problem. Okay. Now if I have to launch it again I need to remember the path. Yes, that's also done. Oh, so you are saying that you have to search like this, right? I got zip file. I got zip file when I search it. Okay. When I search for zip file, I got zip file. This is not what I want, right? This is a problem, guys. This is a problem. So what I will do here is click on this folder. This for this time. Okay. Go to this D drive again. Just remember the path. Okay. Yes. Just remember the path. Go to the D drive where I stored. In my case, it's G drive. Yes. Okay. In your case, it may be anything. Go to the automation because I remember the path where I stored, where I was launching the Eclipse ID from. So I'm going to that complete path, June batch, and then XYZ folder. This is the workspace folder. Okay. This is the workspace folder. I should not go to the workspace folder. Instead, I need to go to the extracted folder. This is a zip file. This is got extracted, right? Photon extracted folder. Go inside that Eclipse, and this is where the application was. And again, I need to go to this complete path again, launch it. So every time I want to launch Eclipse IDE, every time I want to launch Eclipse IDE, I need to go to this particular path, right? This is a very hectic task for me to remember this complete path because after every day if I am using Eclipse ID from this place, that's fine. But after 1 month, I will forget this path, right? I will not remember this path. No one will remember that. So simple thing is that right click on instead of launching every time by going to this particular path and remembering this path and then trying to launch, it's better that right click on this Eclipse application, right click on this, say pin to taskbar. Okay, pin to taskbar option. When I immediately say pin to taskbar, this particular Eclipse has got added as a shortcut to my taskbar here. You can see at the bottom, right? So let me unpin. It's not there now. Right click it and say pin to taskbar. Now it's back again. Now close it. You don't have to remember the path. Okay. You don't have to remember the complete folder path. You don't have to go to the complete complex paths and all. You already have this shortcut added to your taskbar, right? You already have the Eclipse ID shortcut added to your taskbar. Very simple. Click on this. It will launch. So you should pin to your taskbar, guys. Okay. For better use, pin to your taskbar. And every time when I'm trying to launch, right, it asks me for the workspace. Better be that. Okay, not a problem, guys. Better to have that. In future, if you want to change the workspace, you can change, right? Better to have this workspace displayed for you. Don't select this option. Use this as default and do not ask again. Do not select this one. It's not a problem, right? Whenever you launch, it's asking for the workspace. If you're okay with this workspace, simply say launch. Don't change and launch. If you want to change the workspace, you can create any number of workspaces, guys. It's not that you have to stick with the first workspace that you have given while launching for the first time. Okay, you don't have to stick to the same workspace that you have created while launching for the first time, guys. You can create any number of workspaces. Okay, according to your needs, you can create any number of workspaces. So better don't select the checkbox while launching. Okay, simply launch it. Say launch and then launch it. That's fine. Again, we are back, guys. Now Eclipse IDE is readily available for us. You don't even see the welcome screen because we unselected the checkbox, selected on the checkbox, so it's not coming. So these are the basic functionalities that you see when you launch Eclipse IDE for the first time, right? For second time, you can see. After that welcome screen is gone, this is what is being seen by us for the first time. Okay. So we are done with Eclipse IDE so-called installation, but it's not installation, it's just launching, downloading and launching. Okay, fine guys. Any questions guys, before I move to the next session? Do you have any questions about Eclipse IDE launching part? Guys, any questions you have? Okay, someone is, uh, no questions, fine. No one has any questions, they put this no on the chat, fine. So let me go to the next part. Okay, let me go to the next thing, that is Java project creation and execution in Eclipse. In Eclipse IDE, I'm going to create a project. What exactly is Eclipse IDE, guys? As I explained yesterday, Eclipse IDE is an editor, advanced editor, which provides you a lot of options and help the program in writing the program. Okay, developers or any other people can write the code here in advanced, this kind of Eclipse IDE advanced editors, which comes with a good number of options. Okay, fine. Now let's move to Java project creation execution in Eclipse. So the below are the steps for creating a Java project in Eclipse IDE. What are the steps that we need to follow for creating the Java projects? In Eclipse IDE, in this particular editor, we can create a good number of projects, guys. Java projects we can create. By default, Eclipse IDE supports Java. You don't have to install any other plugins or add-ons. Okay? When you download Eclipse IDE and launch it, by default Eclipse IDE will support Java. Okay, you don't have to do any other things. Simply download and launch Eclipse IDE. By default, Eclipse IDE supports Java program, Java projects. Fine. Let's create the Java project now without wasting any time. So I need to right click in the project explorer and select new project and Java project. Okay. So what I mean to say here is either you can say file new, or simply in this blank space right click here, say new, select project. A new project dialog will come. Here you will see Java. This Java project you will see. Sorry, not this one, guys, this one. Okay. Okay, fine. So this is the Java project. Click on, select this Java project and click on next. Okay, I clicked on next. When I clicked on next, I got this new Java project dialog. I need to give the name here. What name I want to create, provide project name and click on finish. It didn't suggest me there. So fine, I'll say first Java project. Okay, I can even add my first Java project. Okay, I'm giving this is the name, guys. Okay, this is the name. Any name you can give. My first Java project I'm giving as a name for this project, Java project name I'm giving, and just click on finish. Just click on finish. When I click on finish, I'm getting this project. This is a project that got created. For the first time, when I click on finish and create a project, a Java project got created. You can see on the left side in the package explorer, a Java project with the name. My first Java project got created, and it has two things: JRE system library and SRC folder, right? Source folder, you can say JRE system library and Java runtime execution system library. This all files will belong to Java, guys. Since this is a Java project, some Java library came into picture. Okay, this will have all the packages, classes, and all those stuff. I'll explain them. Okay, don't worry about that. Predefined things. These are predefined things of Java. You'll understand this afterwards. Okay, for now, just understand when I create a project, I will get the project with a name called any name, whatever that you gave by creating the Java project will be there here. Along with that, inside the project, you will get the under the project name, you will get JRE system library and SRC folder. Okay, source folder and JRE system library. In addition, you will get, well, if you create a Java project. After creating Java project, you will get all this stuff. Fine. Now, right click on the SRC folder and select new class. Right click on this SRC folder, select new and select class option. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm right click on the SRC folder, selecting this new option, and then selecting this class option. Click on this class. A new Java class dialog will come here. Okay, a new Java class dialog will come here. Now it's asking me to provide the name of this class. Okay, it's asking me to create the name of this class. Let me create, guys. Afterwards, I will explain what actually the class is, why we are creating another project. All the stuff I will explain that. Okay, just be patient. I will explain. Okay, for now, let's create a class. Let me provide the class name. I will say my first class. This is a class, guys. This is Java project. Under Java project, I am creating my first class. My first Java class. This is Java class. So let that be my first class. Okay. Along with that, I am going to select this public static void main thing. Okay. So this is a code, guys. This is some basic Java code. Okay. For now, I want to have that automatically Eclipse IDE will get the code for me. Okay. Public static void main. Click on finish. What happened, guys? I created a Java project. And under the Java project, I right clicked on SRC and created a new class, Java class. So when I created a Java class, I gave the name as my first class, and I selected a checkbox to have this automatically created. Okay. So you can remove this comment. This green color part you can remove, keep on removing for now, guys. Okay. Make it blank every time when you are using edit by default. So this is the name of the class I gave while creating the class. And under that, I selected the checkbox to get this code. In addition to this thing, I selected checkbox to get this code inside this particular code. Okay, I'll explain all the syntax, what actually Java. You don't have to worry. Simply, I'm just explaining at a high level how to create a project and how to create a Java class under the project. For now, just understand, blindly go through this as a high level thing. Okay, I'll come there. Okay. So for simple demonstration, guys, how the Java will work. Okay. So in this, I will write a statement saying system dot out dot println and double quotes, some double quotes in between this. Welcome to Java programming, something like that. Just treat this as a demo kind of thing, guys. Show view, editor, zoom in, Windows, show view. Where is that, guys? Show view. Editor, sorry, editor. I'm doing one thing, guys. Here you can observe that, right? I am trying to make this font visible to you. Okay, this code will is very kind of not visible in the demo, right? So for just explanation purpose, I'm going to editor and selecting zoom in. So the font size is getting increased so that while I'm teaching, you guys can actually see that. You can remove these panes, guys, or unnecessary panes like outline. Click on this unnecessary panes for now. Minimize this one, and then that's it. These two things are good for us. Okay, you can drag and you can scroll this like this. Okay, you can increase the width and decrease the width based on your requirements. Fine. Here we have the my first class, and this is the my first class. Close it, save it, and close. Again, double click, it will open. Okay, this is the place where you can open the files. On the left side, you have these files, and when you click on this, the files will get opened. Okay, these are all the options of Eclipse IDE, guys. This is an advanced editor. You got a lot of options here. Okay, without Eclipse IDE, the things are very hard, guys. Okay, a lot of things you need to do. As a developer, you will understand that, but as a tester, right, better to use Eclipse IDE. This, everyone, even developers are using Eclipse IDEs like Eclipse IDE and so on. Okay, simply it will help you in a lot of ways, like creating the structure and then opening the files here itself. Okay, otherwise without Eclipse IDE you will have all the folders in your machine. Okay, project folder will be there, under that src folder will be there inside that. Okay, I will go there, I will come there. Okay, for now just wait. And in that you will create some class that will be a kind of text file kind of thing will be there. You have to open that, edit it, lot of drama you have to do without Eclipse IDE. So it's very, we are very lucky that we have this Eclipse IDE and it's making our job easier for writing this code kind of thing. Okay, fine. So don't understand the syntax for now. I only wrote this syntax, this particular statement I wrote, which has this welcome to Java programming as text. This is the program, guys. So when I save it, and I saved the program. Now, guys, what I need to do is right click on this my first class.java file. This is nothing but the class. Right click, go into the right click options and select run as. Run as. When you select run as, this Java application will come into picture. Select this Java application. Okay, it's running for the first time. Okay, so guys, you will get this kind of output in the console. In the console of Eclipse IDE, you will get this output of this program. This is a program. When I execute this program, I am getting this text which I provided inside this statement. Inside the double quotes of this particular statement, whatever the text I provide, that will get printed into the console. If I say this training is provided by qafox.com, let's say, if I write like this kind of statement, when I save it and right click and run as Java application, what are the text I provide into this statement that is getting printed into the console, guys? Output. This is the output. This is the input. This is the output. Okay. So what are the statements I provide here that will be displayed in the output in the console? This training is provided by QFX. This training is provided by QFX. Okay. So this is how it looks, guys. This is how it looks. Okay. Fine. Okay, this is very sample program, guys. I just wanted to give you a high level picture of how the code, Java code will look like, and one sample statement which when executed will give the output like this. Okay, you got happy, you got interacted with few functionality of this Eclipse IDE as part of Java programming, right? That's the only reason. Now we are going to learn each and every keyword here, public keyword, class keyword, all these things, all the structure, everything I'm going to explain step by step. Okay, so I now treat this as a high level thing of how the Java programs can be written in the Eclipse IDE and how to execute them so that you can see the output in the console kind of thing at a high level. Fine. So we were able to run a program, Java program in Eclipse IDE, and we created a first project. So now, so where actually this project got stored? Anyone? Where actually this project got stored? Can anyone guide me to go there? Anyone, guys?
In workspace, Arun?
Yes, workspace path. So how to find the workspace? Do I need to go manually, or is there any option?
You can just give the click on file, and you can see in what workspace you are, and also you can see in the top XYZ something, the path for the workspace.
Yes, right. You are right, guys. Simply right click on this project, select properties, and in the resource, this resource pane is when resource pane is open, you can see the location where exactly our project got stored. This is a path of our project. This is our nothing but workspace. If you remember in Eclipse IDE, we get this workspace path. D automation, June batch, XYZ. Up to here is a workspace. And this is the project name. My first Java project is a project name. So let's go to this workspace. Up to here only I want to go, guys. You can even click on this so that it will open the folder. Okay. So up to XYZ is the workspace. Under this workspace, path of Eclipse IDE, whatever the project I created in Eclipse IDE, whatever the project I created in Eclipse IDE is displayed as a folder, guys. In this particular path of workspace, my project is being displayed as a folder. Okay. Whatever the name of the project is, that is displayed here. You see my first Java project. Here, my first Java project. It's nothing but a folder in my computer. Open this folder. When you open this folder, you should see this src folder, right? Src is also a folder. Okay, in Eclipse IDE, this is a source folder. In real path, it's a normal folder, src folder. Open this src folder. Under src folder, I created this my first class.java, right? I can see that as a text file here. My first class is a text file, not a text file, it's a Java file, guys. Right click on this file and say properties. It looks like a text file, but when you see the properties, right, extension is .java, not txt file. Okay, my first class, but you can open in Notepad. That's why this symbol is coming up. Right click. You can either open in edit Notepad++ or Notepad, anything. Okay, double click to open in Notepad. And if you want to see that same thing in the Eclipse IDE, right click if you have the software Eclipse IDE, Notepad++, sorry, not Eclipse IDE, guys. When you want to open in a better editor like Notepad++, if you have this software of Notepad++ already installed in your machine, then get this option, right click and say edit with Notepad++. The same, my first class.java with having this code which is kind of displayed in this particular Eclipse IDE editor will be displayed in this Notepad++ also, okay? Fine, guys. Without Eclipse IDE, you have to go to this folder path and all those things you have to do, guys. Okay. XYZ, my first Java project. And then you have to go to the manually, you have to go and there's a very good process for doing without Eclipse IDE. And that is out of context for these sessions. Okay. I'm not going to take them. How to work without Eclipse IDE. Okay. Then you don't require them. No one will do that nowadays. Fine. Now you understand, right? When you create a project in Eclipse IDE, in the background, in your computer, in your personal machine, wherever you have this Eclipse IDE and you are creating the projects in that, when they are nothing but folders in your workspace, folders and files, guys. You will see only folders and files. This is a file. This is a file in src. This is a file. Whereas this is a folder. src is a folder. Bin is a folder. In bin, you are seeing another file like .class file. I'll come. Okay, I will come to that again. And yes, this is what the things are. Okay, so Eclipse IDE is making your job easier. You don't have to go to the folder path and open the folders and all. Everything is being displayed in a proper structure on the left side. In Package Explorer, you see they organized it for you so that the navigation is easy. Navigating through this kind of structure is very difficult, right? So Eclipse IDE is making your job easier. Whenever you want to open the class file, you simply open it from the right side like this. It's very simple, easy. Okay, to work on your programs. Fine. That's about the Eclipse IDE and Java project creation in Eclipse IDE. Okay. Now let's move to the next one. Let's at least go through this as a Java program, basic Java program. Let me help you in understanding the Java programs. The one who already know about Java, okay, please be patient, guys. The one who don't know or very brand new to Java, right? Just understand these things. Understand the Java programs, basics, very basics of Java programs, guys. In Java programs, we have to enclose everything inside a class. Just check whether everything is enclosed inside a class. This is a class name. This is a class name, right? And everything is enclosed inside the class. In Java programs, we have to enclose everything inside a class. Yes, right? Everything is enclosed inside the class. All this code is coming inside the class only, right? This is a class name. This is the file name is also class name here. This is a class name, and inside that, all the code will reside. Okay, enclosed means will contain inside the class. This is a class name, and inside the class we will have all the code written. All the Java code will be written inside this class, guys. That's the first point you need to understand. So public class name, everything will be inside the public class name. This is the name of the class. Everything should be inside this part. Now you see a class term here, right? This is a class. So here also, when you see public class name, this is the actual name of the class. Okay, this is a person, some name of the person, like that. This is a class, and this is the name of the class. What is this class, guys? What is this class? This class term is used as a syntax to create or define a class in Java. In Java, if you have to create any class, in Eclipse IDE is automatically creating this code for you. That's fine, but in manually, if you try to create a class, right, you have to write something like this: public class name. Class, when you write class, right, something which follows this class keyword will be the name of the class. Okay, Using this class keyword or term, we are creating the class. We are defining the class. Okay. We are naming a class using this class keyword. This is one of the keywords of Java programming, guys. Okay. Predefined keywords. I didn't write it as a generic thing or general thing. Okay. It is predefined. You cannot say CLASX. Okay. You will get an error. In Java, according to Java programs, this is predefined. Okay. Keyword. Using this keyword, you can give a name for a class. Okay. You can give a name for the class. Class name. This is how you have to create or define the class, guys. Okay. This you can remove that if you want. Okay. If you are this public class name. This is the first statement you will write in Java programs. Public class name. Class keyword will be used to create the name of the class. Okay. So, though everything should reside inside this class, right? The program execution will actually start from the main method. Here you can see a main method, right? Whatever that I highlighted here is a main, and this is a kind of function, guys. Main function or method. In Java we call that methods. In C language we call this main as this kind of things as functions, but in Java we need to call this as methods. There is a difference between C language and Java, guys. Okay, the way you call few things will be different from C and Java, guys. In Java you call this as methods, whereas in C you call this as functions. Okay. So there is syntax for this, guys. Don't worry about this syntax. Public, static, all those things will be covered. Why we are writing void here, why we are writing static here, why we are writing public here, why we are writing public here. Everything will be explained later words. For now, just understand one by one. Why we have written class here to define or create a class. That is the first point we need to understand. Class name will create the class or define the class. Okay. Inside, everything should be there inside this class. Even including this main method should be there inside this class. This is a starting place where class will start, and this is the ending place. You see, when I click inside this, when I click after this open brace, when I click, it will show you the scope of this class, guys. Okay, whatever that is got blue colorly highlighted, right? That is nothing but the body of the class. Okay, the class is starting from here and ending here. Okay, you have to know that inside this body of this class there's something, right? Public static void. Don't worry about these keywords, they will be explained later. But here you will see a main method is a predefined one. Okay, I didn't provide any xyz. I can say xyz, it can take xyz, but main is something that it can recognize, guys. Okay, Java programs can recognize the main method. It's well known main method. Okay, so according to Java, whenever you try to run this program, the program execution will start from here, main method, guys. Okay, program execution will start from the main method. No matter how much of code is there, okay, no matter how much of code is there in Java, the program will be executed. Okay, the programs will be executed from this main method. From main method, the program execution will start. This is the starting point of Java programs, guys. Okay, when I say right click on this file and say run as Java applications, the execution will start from here, guys. Okay, main method, the main method is a place where the program execution will begin. Okay, so the programmation has begin, that's fine. So public static void main string of args, everything will be explained later, guys. Okay, just focus on this main is a method where the Java programs will start. Class is a keyword using which we can create the classes, and everything should be there inside the class only. In the class body, we should write everything. Whatever that comes should be inside the class body. And main is a method where the execution will start. Execution will start from this main method. When you run a program, the execution will start from the code which is written inside the main method. Fine. All the Java statements in Java should end with symbol, semicolon symbol. You can see here some symbol, right? Semicolon symbol you can see, right? This is a semicolon symbol, guys. If I remove this, I cannot run this program, guys. I am getting some errors. You see already some error came. This error symbol is there. Syntax error is there. Okay. So it's also giving something here, red color thing, error kind of thing it is giving. Okay. In Java, this is one of the example of the statement in Java, and every statement in Java should end with semicolon. Okay. In Java, this is Java statement, guys. This is a Java class. Inside Java class, we have main method. Inside main method, we have some Java statements. Okay. Inside the main method, we have Java statements. All the Java statements should end with the symbol called semicolon. If I remove the semicolon symbol, it's it's like missing a full stop in English paragraphs. Okay. After the end of the statement, you need to provide the full stop in English, right? Similarly, after the end of the statements in Java, you need to provide semicolon symbol. Okay. That's what is the semicolon about, guys. All the Java statements should be written inside the methods. What if I remove this statement from here and move it outside of this method? If I put this statement outside this method, what will happen? I will get an error, guys. Okay, syntax error. I will not even understand why we got this error. Okay, statement should be written inside this main method only. Okay, all the Java statements should be written inside the main method. Main method like this. Okay, these are few rules, guys. If you understand these rules, right, of Java, you will understand the Java programs in a step-by-step manner. Okay, blindly follow my rules, guys. Class is a term or keyword for creating the classes in Java, and everything in Java program should be included inside the class. Okay, every Java program should be inside under the class name, guys. Okay, so that's the second point. And in Java programs, execution will start from main methods, no matter how many methods are there. Okay, no matter how many methods are there under this particular class, this is only one method. You can have multiple methods after this method also. I'll explain that later. Okay, irrespective of that, the program execution will start from this main method, guys. This is the first method that need to be executed under the class. Okay, according to Java syntax. And in Java, all the statements should end with semicolon symbol. Just now showed you, right? The semicolon symbol should be there, guys. Okay, if it is missing, it's like missing a full stop after English, every English statement in English paragraphs and all. Okay, you should keep a full stop kind of thing after every statement. Similarly, in Java, you have to put semicolon after every statement of Java programs. So I said all the Java statements should be there inside the methods. This statement should be there enclosed inside this. This is the starting point of the method and this is the ending point of the method. This is the starting point of the class and this is the ending point of the class. How can you know that? When you double click here, it will get highlighted. Eclipse IDE will highlight the complete place. Okay. When I double click at this starting place, double click. You see, this is the scope of this method, guys. This method is inside this class and the method body is from here to here. Okay. So what I'm saying is that this Java statement should be there inside the methods, main method. It should not be outside the main method. Okay. Java statements should be written inside the methods. Should not be directly under the class. You should not write Java statement directly under the class, guys. Remember these rules, guys. Okay. Whenever you get errors, it will make your job easier to figure out what went wrong with these rules. Basic rules of Java. Okay, so there are few keywords left. I will explain later, guys. For example, this is not the correct time to explain all the keywords of Java. If you can see here, there is some keyword called public here, right? Public is a keyword. Then we have a keyword called static. In this program, there is a keyword called static also. Another one is void. Here we have void. I didn't explain this. So far, I didn't explain what is public, what is static, what is void. All those things I didn't explain for you guys. Okay. And string of hooks. The one which is coming inside the main method. Okay, this one also I didn't explain. Even there are other keywords like system, out, println, all those things. I didn't explain anything. I just explained about the class and class name and just the name of the method, that is main. That's it. And the statements inside the main method. Nothing more than that. Since everything will be covered step by step, guys. Okay, this is not the correct time to explain all the stuff. I'll explain later. Okay. Any questions, guys? So far, any questions? Is everything clear for you? No questions by Amit. Anyone, guys? Any questions?
No. Everything is clear.
Great. Okay. So better you also practice simultaneously with these sessions, guys. These are only 1 hour sessions, so I feel that you get a lot of ample time to practice all the stuff. Okay. So after these sessions, better practice and just go through whatever I say, so things will be on place. Okay. Let's go to the next one then, compiler errors. Since everyone is clear with the topic, let's go to the compiler errors. So Java compiler errors will be displayed when we make syntax mistakes in Java. Java is a strict language, guys. Strict. It's very strict. Okay. It will not allow any loopholes kind of thing. Okay. If something should be like this, it should be like that only. If you try to change the structure a bit, it will keep on giving the errors. For example, okay, you cannot even make simple mistakes in Java. according to its rules or regulations we need to follow. Okay, we need to write the programs according to the rules and regulations provided by Java only. If you don't obey those rules, Java will give you compiler errors. Straightforwardly, it will give you errors and you will not be able to execute the programs in Java. That's the problem. Okay, Java is a very strict programming language where each and every single character will be checked for the syntax by the Java. Okay, when something is not according to the syntax, you will get some compiler errors. Let's see if you compiler errors. Let's see if you compiler errors are thrown by Java. Okay, in this example. First example. First compiler error is according to the syntax, all the statements in Java should end with semicolon. What if I don't provide a semicolon? I got the error. I got the Java compiler error saying that syntax error, insert semicolon to complete block statements. Once I enter semicolon, things will be gone. Okay. So strictest syntax, guys. You have to provide syntax semicolon after every statement. Again, otherwise you will get Java compiler error. Another example of Java compiler errors. Java is case sensitive. Second thing is Java is case sensitive. Java is case sensitive, guys. What do I mean by case sensitiveness? Anyone? What is case sensitive in Java? Generally, what is case sensitive?
If we use upper class in place of smaller class, then it will show error.
Yes. So uppercase and smaller case, you know, right? In English, there is uppercase and smaller case. So case sensitive means the program is very sensitive to the case. So capital S is treated separately and small s is treated separately. When I changed the capital S to small s here, I got the error directly. Syntax error I got, saying syntax cannot be resolved. It is giving me many suggestions like how to resolve the issue. Okay, when I again change it back to the actual syntax, that is capital S, the issue is got resolved. So Java is very strict in case of case sensitiveness case. If we have to use capital S according to the rules and regulations of Java, that is syntax of Java, you have to use capital S only. If you try to anywhere view small s, it will not work, guys. Okay, Java is very case sensitive. Okay, fine. So if this class need to be in small letters, you should write this in small letters only. If this public should be in small letters, you should write this public in small letters only. What if I say public? I'll get error, guys. This is not understood by Java actually. Okay, according to Java, public should be in small case. Okay, so this is like Java is case sensitive. If you try to make something go against the case sensitiveness of Java, you'll get syntax errors. Okay. Again, another syntax compiler error you will get by not following or obeying the syntax of Java. That is not obeying the syntax of Java. Let's say another example is I said this is the class, right? This is starting of the class. This is the ending of the class. Again, we have some method here. This is the starting of the method. This is the ending of this method. Starting brace of the class, ending brace of the class, starting brace of the method, ending brace of the method. Let me remove the starting brace of the class. I'll get an error here. Okay. Starting brace, flower base expected after this token, they are saying. Once you provide this starting brace, issue will be resolved. What if I do the same thing where I remove this ending brace? What will happen? Something got stuck. Let me open again. Okay, I removed there used to be some ending brace, right? What if I remove this ending brace of the class? Save it or something. You see, I get a compiler error. Syntax error, insert closing flower brace to complete class body. That means when I provide the closing brace, it will resolve the compiler errors for me. Similar with the methods also. If you remove this starting brace of the method, you see you got an error. Similarly, ending brace also same thing will happen. So Java syntax is very important in Java, guys. Okay, so Java is very strict and you need to follow the syntax properly. Otherwise, you will get compiler errors in Java. Okay, otherwise you will get compiler errors in Java. Okay, so I just explained the basics, guys, for today. Up to compiler errors explained. I think I can wind it up now for today. Fine, guys. Any questions before I wind up this session? Is everything clear, guys? So far. Okay, great then. Okay, clear. Fine, guys. Let's wind up today's session and let's meet tomorrow at the same time. Okay, we'll continue the sessions, Java sessions, print statements, comments, and all those things will continue tomorrow. Okay, at the same time. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow at the same time. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Arun.
Bye. Bye.
Thanks.
Welcome, guys. See you tomorrow.